Hello, everyone. Today we will show you how to add and edit new custom sources for each content source. Note, content source includes the system content source and the custom content source. The system content source is actually the content source we have already added in the software, whose name is read, and users can only view and use but cannot modify and delete it. Besides, we will update it according to the changes in the article directory site. The other part is the custom content source, which can be added and managed by users, and it is the main topic that we are going to introduce. Here are 8 kinds of content sources. They are online content, Google Alert, RSS content, local files, images, videos, links, and variables. Here we will introduce them one by one. 1. How to add and edit new custom sources for the online content. First, click the Add Content Source button to add new source for it. Input a name for it. Here we will name it Test Source 1, and then click Save. In the expanding list of online content, find the new source we just added. Here, click Set Domain and Filter button, and it is to filter the content that you did not need from the source, Test Source 1, we just added. In this interface, you can choose which engine you want to use. Input the article site where you want to search the content. Input the keyword to search this site-related source. Here we will input loose weight as an example, and then click Search button to get the result. All the results from the site Basil.com have been searched out. But, some information is not needed for us. Let's put these 2 links as an example. Copy them, and then paste them in browser. See, this link does not show the content we needed, but just get the title's name. But this link is what we want. So, here we need to use these 2 options to filter the URL that we do not need. In the Filter regex option, input regex to filter these data which suffix are not appended by HTML. Here, input some words that you did not want to contain in the link. We input how and food to check the result. Now, click the Filter button to check the result. See, the links which contains how and food have been filtered out. Note, after we finish the set, all the content scraped from this source will not contain the content filtered by us. Besides, these 2 options, Filter regex and Not Contain, can also be not set up, and it is up to your needs. After finished all, and then click Save. Here, click Add or Edit button to scrape content for the new source you just added. Input the site URL filtered by us in front step. And then click Get Source Code button to get this URL's code. In the left side of this interface, here are 2 options that you can select. This option is to get the tree code shape of this URL. And this one is to get the detailed code of it. In the content type field, 2 options you can select. But I suggest you select the system type option, it is more common for us, and almost all the types have been added by us in the system. So, let's select title at first. Here, we need to find the title of the content, and then get its code. So, copy the title of the content to this place. Click Find button to show the result. If there is more than one result, you can click the Find Next and Find Last button to get other related results. After got the result, in this field, you need to select the scrape method, and you can select them according to your needs. Here, we will show you how to use them one by one. Select Smith Grammar option at first. Here, select the code of the title we just got, and then click this button to get its Smith value. Below this button, here are 3 options can be selected, and it is up to the code that you got. Here, this code is an outer HTML, so we need to select the outer HTML option. Click this button to test the result. Here, we just need the title. Obviously, this result is not what we want. So, click Add Step button, and it is to get the result we want. In step 2, here are 3 scrape methods that we can choose. We have used the regular expression option before, and it is a little hard to describe how to write, so here we will do not introduce it. Select String Replacement option. Here are 2 search modes, one is general, and the other is regular expression. Note, general mode is more common and easier to use. Here, copy this to this place. And we also need to add another step to search this string. So, here we still select this option, and then copy this to this place. Now, let's test the result again. See, this is what we want, and it indicates all the settings are correct. In this field, 2 options you can select when scraping failed. One is to get the empty string, and the other is to get the other content. We will introduce it later. Check this option, and then click this button to filter the results of scraping and then return the processed contents. 3 divided way are here. It can be separated by paragraph, sentence, and word. 3 ways could be double-checked. Here, you can set the value according to your needs for these 3 options. And this list is the minimum value that you can set, and this list is the maximum. Here, input the words that you want to keep in the content, and use comma to separate them. This one is to input the words that you did not want to keep in the content. After set all, click Save. Now, we have finished scraping the title of the content, so click Save. Click Add button to scrape the body of the content. Copy a piece of content to this place. And then click Find button show the result. Here, you can drag this to check whether the content is complete. If not, here, we need to select its front class to check the result. See, all the content have been scraped out. These HTML tags are useless for us, so check the Remove HTML tags button to remove them. In this field, select the content code, and then click this button. Here, this code is an inner HTML, so we need to select the inner HTML option, and then click this button to test the result. Here are still some HTML tags we do not need. So check this and then test it again. See, this is what we want, and it indicates that all the settings are successfully. In this field, we have introduced before, so we do not introduce it again. Now, check this option. When scraping failed, you can select Return the title information to indicate the failed information. Note, we have added the title information before, so there will options to be selected. Now, do the operations like we done before. After finish all, click Save. Now, click Add button to scrape the summary of the content. Copy a piece of summary to this place. And then click Find button show the result. There is no result to shown, so we need to check this button to get the result again. See, we have got the result. In this field, the front two main options have been introduced, so here we will show you how to use the last one. Check this option. Copy these HTML tags we do not need to this place one by one, and then test it. See, this is what we want, and it indicates that all the settings are successfully. In this field, do just like we done before. See, and other options appear here. After set all, click Save. The three content types have been added successfully. We have introduced these functions completely using these three types, so we will do not add more types for it. Of course, you can also add more for it like we done before. In this interface, you can click the Edit button to modify the name of the content source we just added. Besides, you can click the Delete button to finish deleting. Now, open a TXT file we created before. These links filtered from the source, test source 1, we just added are available to us. And we have shown how to scrape this link's content before, so here we will scrape this link's content to check whether the scrape settings we added are correct. Click the Test Scrape button to check this link's result. Input the URL of the site's content page, and then click Scrape. There is no result for the body and summary, so here we need to edit the settings. The filter settings may be caused to scrape the content failed. So here we need to uncheck it, and then check the result again. See, we have got the result, and you also can open this link in a browser to have a comparison. That is all for the online content. 2. How to edit and add new custom sources for the Google Alert. Google Alert is a very effective way to get the news concerned by you from Google. After you customized some news that you need in Google Alert Management Center, it will send the search news to you in the set time, instant, every day, every week, automatically. First, click the Add Content Source button to add new source for it. Input a name for it. Here we will name it Test Source 2 and then click Save. In this interface, fill in a Google account, and then click Save Changes button. Before click the Load Alert button, you need to concern some news at Google Alert firstly. So log in your Google account, and then go to the alert page. Here, you can input some news as keyword that you want to concern. Here, we have concerned some news before, so we will input technology as an example. And then click this button. See, we have finished it. Besides, in this page, many news also have been listed. So you can click this to finish concerning. Now, click the Load Alert button to get the message from Google. See, 5 messages from Google Alert we created have been sent to us automatically. Click the Create Content button to set some value for it. Here are 2 parts you can modify, one is the title, and the other is the body. Here, you can change the alert keyword, and the title and the body's name will also be changed by its changes. Here, input some words that you want to keep in the content, and use comma to separate them. This one is to input the words that you did not want to keep in the content. In this part, do like we just done. Click this button, you can select the script type. After set all, click Save. See, we have created the rules for this keyword source successfully. For these keyword sources, do just like we just done, and we will do not show it anymore. Here, you can click the Add and Edit button to change the value for it. Click Delete button to finish deleting. That is all for Google Alert. 3. How to edit and add new custom sources for the RSS content. Click the Add Content Source button to add new source for it. Input a name for it, here we will name it Test Source 3 and then click Save. In this interface, input a RSS URL where you want to get the source. And then click Visit RSS button. See, we have got this RSS link's sources. Click the Create Content button to set some value for it. Here, still 2 content types you can select, and the system type is more common, and most types have been added in the system. Using this option is enough for us. The content name will be changed by the content type that you selected. Check this option, and then click Filter Settings button. Here you can set some value for your content according to what you need. We have introduced these functions before, so here we do not introduce it again. After set all, click Save. See, we have created the rules for this source's title successfully. For these sources, do just like we just done, and we will do not show it anymore. Here, you can click the Edit button to change the value for it. Click Delete button to finish deleting. That is all for RSS content. 4. How to edit and add new custom sources for the load files. The content source of load file is to get the content from your local file that you loaded before. Click the Add Content Source button to add new source for it. Input a name for it, here we will name it Test Source 4 and then click Save. click Add or Edit button to set some value for it. The functions of this interface are very similar with the settings in online content. So here we will not introduce it anymore. In Scrape option, two options can be selected. One is to scrape from file content, and the other is from file name. After Set All, click Test button to check the result. In this interface, test mode has two options, step-by-step or all steps. Step-by-step mode is to scrape content step by step, while all steps mode is to execute all the steps at a time. Click Browser button to open the file that you need. After Set All, click Scraping button to search the result. See, this is what we want. In this interface, you also can click the Test Scrape button to have a test again. Here we will not introduce it anymore. That is all for local files. The next are images and videos. It is to add some images and videos in your content at a right place. Recently, there is no way to add some new sources for them, but we will add this function in the future. Besides, you can use the system source of them in creating templates rules. 5. How to edit and add new custom sources for the links. The content's source of link is to input some URL and password, and then get the content related to the keyword. Click the Add Content Source button to add new source for it. Input a name for it. Here we will name it Test Source 5 and then click Save. In this interface, input some URLs and keywords that you need. After finish that, the system will randomly combine the links and keywords, and then search the source. Note, please care that one URL or keyword per line. That is all for links. 6. How to edit and add new custom sources for the variables. The content's source of variable is to insert some variable in the content, then produce a new content. Click the Add Content Source button to add new source for it. Input a name for it. Here we will name it Test Source 6 and then click Save. Input the variable value. Here are two options that you can choose. After Set All, the system will insert the variable in the content automatically and then produce a new content. That is all for the content sources. Next we will show you how to set the rules for the content mix rules. Please look forward to